Welcome to Game and Grains, the whiskey gaming channel. I'm your player one, Richard, and in today's video, we're going to be looking at some Texas whiskey. I was going through my liquor cabinet and came across two samples of Andalusia whiskey. Now for me, if bottles are half full, that means that this must be something special. So I'm going to give myself a pour and let you know, do you need some Texas whiskey in your collection? So grab those controllers, pour yourself a dram, and let's get into it. Andalusia Whiskey Company is located in Blanco, Texas. A majority of their offerings are single malted, and they take inspiration from Irish and Scottish traditions, such as triple distillation and smoking their malted barley. Now I have two of their samples from my good buddy, the Whiskey Shaman. Since I don't have the actual bottles in front of me, I am going to rely on the interwebs for some information. So the first bottle that I have is the Andalusia Whiskey Company Rickhouse series, and this particular bottle was made from Imperial Stout. It has, I believe, a proof point of 107, a little bit more than 107, and it was aged for 40 months in a heavy toast level 1 charred barrel. So I've already sampled this one actually twice. This one's a little bit lower than the other bottle. This one is one of my favorites because it tastes a lot like a whiskey that I absolutely love. So the second one is Andalusia Whiskey Company Stryker Madeira Cask. This one is really cool because what they do when they smoke their malted barley, just like with Scottish traditions, they don't use peat, but they actually use mesquite, oak, and apple woods. And then with this particular bottle, after they've aged it in their new oak barrels, they then take it and age it for 6 months in Madeira cask barrels. So this one is also really cool, has some flavor notes that I can't wait to share with you. So we're going to go ahead and pour just a little bit because, like I said at the intro, I absolutely love these and I would love to be able to go back to them later. So we'll go ahead and pour both into our glasses and then we'll just review them one at a time. So we're going to start off with the Imperial Stout. I already know kind of what it's going to smell like, taste like, but you don't necessarily, so I'm going to bring you along. So on the nose, okay, so this is kind of opened up. It's been sitting in my cabinet for a couple months now. The smells aren't as prominent as before, but I get a light kind of chocolatey note to it. There is some sweetness, maybe like a light caramel, vanilla. But that chocolate is kind of the first thing that you smell. Very faint on the nose. So we're going to go ahead and get in on the taste. Cheers. Okay. So those of you that have been watching the channel for a while know that Detling, located out of South Alabama, is probably one of my favorite distilleries. This is very reminiscent of the single barrel Detling that I have. You're going to get a lot of chocolatey notes that are present there, a lot of kind of like an espresso flavor. This just is all around phenomenal. This is my jam. So we're going to go in again just because. That is so good. I hate that I missed this or wasn't even aware of it until maybe a couple of months ago. Since it is a part of the Rickhouse series, it is very limited. I believe this came out last year, so there are no more bottles left, more than likely, unless you find one somewhere on secondary or in stores if you're located in Texas. But oh my gosh, this is so good. If you love that chocolatey flavor, that light espresso with a tinge of sweetness, that you would get maybe from something like a Detling. This Rickhouse series made from Imperial Stout is going to be your jam. Now for the finish, it is still lingering there on my tongue. Just that dark chocolate espresso is still staying with me. So we're going to set this guy off to the side so that way I can enjoy him later off camera. So this one, their standard offering is the Stryker. Like I said before, rather than them smoking their malted barley over peat, they do it over oak, mesquite, and apple woods, and then put it into their new charred barrels. This particular bottle, they take it a step farther, and then once they dump these, they then put them in Madeira cask and let them age for 6 months. As of this morning, having filmed this video, this afternoon, they still sell them on their website, and it looks like they can ship to most areas. So, and the price, if I recall, is right around $65-ish. So, all right, on the nose. All right, this is so cool. So the best way to describe this is you're going to get a smoky flavor, obviously from the triple wood smokes. But if you could take barbecue sauce, which may not sound appealing, but it's great. If you could take barbecue sauce, cut some of the sweetness and make it into a liquid form, that's exactly what this smells like. There is a hint of sweetness that kind of reminds me of like a mesquite barbecue sauce. That is there, but that's exactly the best way to describe it. So we're going to go ahead and get it on the taste. Cheers. Oh my gosh. Exactly like what it smells like. So you get the smokiness up front that mellows into that kind of barbecue-y mesquite flavor, and then the sweetness comes through. It does linger a little bit on the palate for the finish. You do get some of that smoke. It is a little drying on the tongue, probably from the wood influence, but man, this is great. One more. Cheers. So, Whiskey Shaman sent me this, like I said before. One of the things that he likes to share is that he smokes brisket. I will smoke an occasional pork butt or something like that, but this is something that I could imagine sitting out by the smoker, whether it be brisket from Texas or pork butt or ribs here in Tennessee, and just sipping on this, sitting out on the back patio, watching the kids having fun in the backyard. This is just amazing. So two totally different flavor profiles from Andalusia. Both of these are phenomenal. If you have a chance to grab one or you see them available in your area, definitely be sure that you pick up stuff from Andalusia. I don't think you could go wrong with either one. All right, guys, I certainly appreciate you sticking with me until the end. Please make sure that you like this video. As always, if you haven't already, hit subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100 viewers before the end of this year. 100 subscribers before the end of this year. As always, like I said, I know it's a lofty goal, but if I get there, I get there. If I don't, that's okay too. In the comments below, let me know, have you tried any Texas whiskey, specifically Andalusia? And if so, what are your thoughts? All right, guys, I'm your favorite player one, Richard. Thank you for sticking to the end. Have a good one.